Members of Congress continue efforts to bring Kilmar Abrego Garcia back to Maryland after he was mistakenly deported by the Trump administration last month. Today, 4 more lawmakers made the trip to El Salvador days after Senator Chris Van Hollen returned from a meeting with Abrego Garcia. Good evening, everybody. I'm Mary Bubala. The trips are generating debate nationwide. Fox 25's Mackenzie Frost continues to follow the story and shares an update.
4 members of Congress are already back from their trip to El Salvador, where they say they were denied access to meet with Kilmar Abrego Garcia. Political experts tell me, though, that these frequent trips could soon dilute their message, especially if taxpayers are footing the bill. A trip from Washington, D.C. to El Salvador.
We demand the release of Abrego Garcia.
Seems to be one many members of Congress are taking. 4 U.S. representatives making the trek to meet with the U.S. Embassy in the Central American country.
We left that meeting with absolutely zero indication that this administration has is going to facilitate or wants to facilitate the return of Abrego Garcia back to the United States.
Like Senator Chris Van Hollen says now, the group says they're fighting for Kilmar Abrego Garcia's due process rights.
They deserve a day in court and due process.
And argue due process concerns stretch beyond the current case.
That if this is allowed to fly, that the Trump administration will be emboldened to continue.
The group requesting daily proof of life of Abrego Garcia.
We will not stop until this is complete.
Congressman Maxwell Frost says they were not able to meet with him.
We were told at our meeting that the government here has denied our request to see him because this is not an official trip.
That's because Congressman James Comer says Oversight Committee funding will not be spent to meet with a foreign illegal MS-13 gang member.
They need to do a timeout on this. Don't beat the dead horse.
Political analyst John Deedy says everyone needs to pause, focus on the due process argument, Deedy says, but the continuous trips to El Salvador could be counterproductive.
I think that you have to limit this type of stuff. Focus on due process. There's always going to be other things coming up along the line. You don't want to get to a point where people are tired of hearing that argument over and over again.
The latest trip comes as the White House,
good afternoon, everybody,
maintains there was no mistake in deporting Abrego Garcia, despite attorneys for the administration writing in court documents otherwise, and the U.S. Supreme Court ordering the administration to facilitate his return to the United States.
We were always right. The president was always on the right side of this issue to deport this illegal criminal from our community. This was and always has been an illegal criminal, an MS-13 gang member, and a designated foreign terrorist.
The debate over Abrego Garcia continues to play out on social media. This 2017 tweet from Senator Van Hollen circulating online now. We reached out to the senator's office to get clarity on what exactly he was referring to. Meanwhile, the group of Democrats traveling to El Salvador, likely not the last. Now, a Republican member of Congress says she was personally invited to meet with the Salvadorian president, an invitation she says she will accept, focusing on strengthening the partnership between our nations, advancing shared commitments to safety, freedom, and national pride, plus fighting for human rights. It's not clear when or where this meeting will take place. I got a statement from Senator Van Hollen, who says that he has long fought to crack down on organized criminal activity, including MS-13. The statement goes on to say, in part, quote, "It is dangerous for Trump to assert that we cannot fight MS-13 without respecting the constitutional and due process rights of everyone in America. If we deny the constitutional rights of one man, we threaten them for all." The senator goes on to echo what he has continued to say since his trip to El Salvador, that the Trump administration needs to provide proof connecting Kilmar Abrego Garcia to the gang MS-13, and they need to do it in court. In the newsroom, Mackenzie Frost, Fox 45 News.
I'm Kai Jackson. Thank you for watching. Here's another video to watch. Also, please take a moment to subscribe to our channel.